Everyone wants to become their best self. It's one of those phrases you hear everywhere online, right up there with trust the process and believe in yourself. But here's the truth that no one really wants to talk about. Becoming your best self is not about feeling good all the time. It's not just about manifesting your dreams, having the perfect morning routine, or repeating positive affirmations in the mirror. It's actually about facing the very things that most people spend their lives avoiding: pain, fear, discipline, and failure. And the journey to your best self? It's not pretty. It's not this beautiful, seamless transformation. It's hard. It's messy. So let's get real and talk about what it actually takes. Social media has sold us a complete lie. It's made us believe that self-improvement looks like aesthetic planners, color-coded progress charts, and inspirational quotes over a sunset. It looks easy. It looks beautiful. But psychology tells a much, much different story. Your best self isn't some fixed, perfect version of you just waiting to be unlocked. It's not a destination you arrive at. It's a moving target. According to humanistic psychology, and especially the work of the great Carl Rogers, the concept of self-actualization isn't about achieving perfection. It's about achieving alignment. Alignment means living in a way that truly matches your deepest values, not just chasing the next dopamine hit from a productivity hack or a new success. So when people say, "I just want to be my best self," what they often really mean is, "I want to feel proud of who I am even when no one is watching, even when I'm alone with my thoughts." And getting to that place requires so much more than just motivation. It requires brutal honesty with yourself. So, let's talk about why this process of becoming your best self feels so incredibly uncomfortable. There's a psychological term for this feeling: cognitive dissonance. It's that nagging tension you feel when your actions don't line up with the person you want to be. It's your brain's internal alarm system, basically screaming, "Hey, something here is not right. Something needs to change." Now, what do most people do when they feel that discomfort? They run. They escape it through any distraction they can find. Endless scrolling on their phone, binge-watching another series, overworking themselves into exhaustion, or just blaming everyone else for their problems. But the people who genuinely grow, the people who transform, they don't run. They sit with that discomfort. They lean into it. They let it become their teacher. Another crucial idea comes from behavioral psychology, and it's called delayed gratification. This is the superpower of being able to resist what feels good right now for the sake of something far better later on. So when you make that hard choice to study for an exam instead of going out with friends, or to hit the gym instead of hitting the snooze button, you are literally rewiring your brain's entire reward system. It's not fun in the moment. It's not glamorous. But that's the kind of productive pain that leads to genuine, lasting pride. Now here's the part of the journey that nobody ever warns you about. This is the dark side of self-improvement. The moment you truly start to change, you will outgrow things. And sometimes, you will outgrow people. You'll start to realize that some friends only liked the old version of you, the one who didn't have boundaries, the one who always said yes, the one who played small to make them feel comfortable. You'll lose habits, routines, and even hobbies that used to be a core part of your identity. This is a real psychological process called identity reconstruction, where your brain literally rewires how it perceives you. And honestly, it can feel like you're losing yourself. It can be terrifying. But what's really happening is that you're shedding layers that aren't you so you can finally become yourself. And that is the hardest truth of all. You cannot become your best self without letting go of your old one. You have to be willing to say goodbye to the person you were to make space for the person you are becoming. So, after all this talk about pain and discomfort, what does this best self everyone is chasing actually look like? Well, it's not about being perfect. Forget perfection. It's about being consistent. It is about becoming the kind of person who does the right thing even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, not because you feel motivated, but because that is simply who you are. It's about being self-aware enough to admit your flaws without shame and disciplined enough to actively work on them. It's about consistently choosing growth over comfort, choosing healing over avoidance, and choosing responsibility over excuses. And here's the great paradox of it all. The closer you get to your best self, the more you realize there is no finish line. There's no final destination where you just arrive and you're done. There is always another layer of the onion to peel back, another fear to face, another habit to build, another weakness to strengthen. But that's not a sign of failure. That's life. That is the essence of growth. So, if you're out there right now and you're struggling, if it feels like your world is falling apart and you are questioning everything, maybe you were not doing it wrong. Maybe this is exactly what real growth feels like. Maybe this is the messy, uncomfortable, and beautiful process of becoming. Because becoming your best self isn't about transforming into someone entirely new. It's about returning to who you were always meant to be before the world told you who you should be. If any of this hit home for you, please leave a comment below and tell me what part of your best self you are working on right now. I'd love to hear about your journey. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, real growth doesn't always look pretty, but it is always worth it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that goes beyond the surface. See you next time.